All right, we're back and I finally have something new to talk about with you guys and girls that is beauty related. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting for me. So those of you who have watched some of my other videos know that once upon a time, many moons ago, I was a makeup artist. And since then, I still have a fairly large collection of brushes that I have taken very well care of. I'm not joking, and I mean from all brands, all different kinds. I mean, this is just one handful. Like this is an OG brush, if you know what this is. And I can remember when this actually came out. So I'm dating myself a little bit here, but a lot of these brushes are between 10 and 15 years old, and they're high quality. They're expensive even back then, so I've been really reluctant to try to replace them. Some of them have seen their time and they're ready to go. And I got online because honestly, I've been out of the game for so long, and I just don't know if these brands still make the brushes at that quality that they made them at back then. And of course, the prices have skyrocketed in the last 10, 15 years. So I got online to do some research. And being that I live in Japan, I was like, you know, there's got to be some fantastic brands for brushes that I'm not familiar with. There's got to be some out there. Of course, like everyone knows Shiseido and some of the other Japanese brands that you can find in the United States. But I wanted to look for something obscure and something that wasn't like popular, I guess, on like a world stage. Now, long story short behind this, I had done some research. I found this fantastic brand that was down in Hiroshima, which is about 2 hours from where I live. And my husband and I had planned to go down there for 2 days to go watch a baseball game. And lo and behold, I didn't end up going because I didn't feel quite so great. I was a little under the weather. But my husband, I had mentioned it once to my husband about going to find these brushes. And lo and behold, he came back with a gift. And I was not only shocked that he remember, because he's obviously like not into makeup at all. He is a very man's man. But not only did he end up looking up the company of the brushes that I wanted to go check out, he actually went to the store and he went and bought me a brush set, even though he had no idea what I wanted.
But I had to stop by and get some makeup brushes. They also do calligraphy brushes, really famous ones, but they're known for their cosmetic brushes as well. So going to the store right now.
They're world-renowned for their calligraphy brushes and their craftsmanship and how everything is handmade, which I adore. The Kumano Fude is the brand name. I'm just going to show this to you right here and now. So initially my plan was to replace some of my big and beautiful powder brushes, which I actually have drying in the other room. But you know, the big fluffy powder ones that you love to apply powders with, those are the ones that I have trouble right now. They're really starting to fall apart. They're not coming apart like the handle, whatnot is in perfect condition, but they are finally getting to the point where they're just suffering a lot of hair fallout and a lot of hair breakage. And you know, like when you're trying to do your makeup and you start getting all those little hairs, the little broken hairs on your face, and then you're just like trying to scrape them off, or like, I don't know, it just becomes a mess. So, you know, they've had their time. They've definitely gotten their use in. Oh my goodness. But the plan was I was going to go to this store and replace specifically powder brushes. Now, my husband brought me home a set. So that tells me, and God bless him because he has great taste, but that he doesn't know what I particularly was looking for to replace. But being that he bought me a set, I'm going to guess that there is a powder brush in there, but most likely there's only one powder brush along with a couple other really beautiful brushes. So I wanted to unpack this with you today so you can see how it came. I have a little bit of footage that he took while he was at the store, so I'm going to share that as well. And hopefully one day I get back down to Hiroshima and I can go do the factory tour, which I think would be fascinating.
My wife. Get the calligraphy brushes.
So first things first, came with this little thing here. This is just a little booklet that says that, you know, the history of the brush factory. On the flip side of that, it gives you 3 different locations throughout Japan where you can find actual shops for these brushes. And that does include the calligraphy brushes, the makeup brushes, and the paint brushes. So without further ado, the unboxing. Beautiful little box, beautiful little gift box. Kumano Fude shop right there. Let's open this up. There's several things in here, so give me a moment to kind of unpack this. This is how these are coming. They are wrapped individually and then in a total package. There is a very charming little brush wrap to keep your brushes in. It comes with these little cards that tells you specifically which model brush is in the packet or the collection, as well as how to use it. This one obviously is lip brush. It's made from weasel hair. This one's eyeshadow brush, made from squirrel hair. This one is a blush brush, made from blue squirrel. Sorry, that was a little close. And this one here, powder brush, made from blue squirrel. It's been a long time since I've had a new brush. I'm very excited for these. Oh man, Japan and their packaging. One paper, plastic packaging done. Here's another. Oh wow, that's beautiful. They're gorgeous. Take a look. So I'm sure this is considered the powder brush of the collection, even though they're all powder brushes. This one here, next size down. Let me just get this out of the plastic. And here we go. Next size down. This is the blush brush. If you want to see size comparison, or at least you can try to do this here in this lighting. Oops. Excuse me. You can see the size difference between those. Oh, they feel so soft. They're so new, they're so beautiful. Eyeshadow brush, this one's substantially smaller. That typical tapered, rounded edge on the end. It's a flat, almost like a little pancake brush, but with a natural bristle. Great for eyeshadow application. Gorgeous brushes. I hadn't thought of replacing any of my lip brushes because I'm just such a lipstick and pencil girl, honestly. But my lip brushes that I have had for many moons really are thrashed, and I hadn't thought about replacing them, so this is nice. This slides out. And then this has a little button here that you roll up. Put it like that, and it keeps that button up. Beautiful. Beautiful point on this. Really sharp. And I love that, honestly, my other lip brushes that I have are not retractable like this. They're a kind where they stick out the end, and then you put the end on and then you stick it in back like this. But what happens with that is, because this is not retractable, if you make a mistake and you accidentally hit the brush against the cap a few times, you start damaging your brush, and then it doesn't have the same form it should have. So this is really nice. This is actually really great that they made this retractable. They definitely know what they're doing with that. Oh, let me show you the bag. Gorgeous bag. A little swag on there. So I did try to go in and find this particular brush set that my husband bought me when he was in the store. I couldn't find it online. There are other sets available. You see, I left the little one there in the box. But I wanted to show the price on this particular one, but it's not available online. So this must be like an in-store only promotion they have, or an in-store only product or SKU. all in all, I am so excited to start on a journey of just buying some new brushes and kind of treating myself. They are not cheap. They are high quality. They do use real animal hair. So if you are a vegan or you don't use animal products, please be aware of that. But I'm so excited to try these and get into replacing some of my old things. Cheers, guys. See you next time.